Hey y'all, what's going on? Happy Sunday, happy Sunday. Hope you all having a great weekend. I myself having a good day. I'm on vacation, y'all. So that's why, and hence why you see a live tonight. I said I want to do a special live, talk about some random stuff, various stuff. Depends how many people come on. I can go long or short, depends on the people. Because I don't want to be sitting and talking to myself and nobody interacting with me. Because this live is mainly for conversations, interactions. But nonetheless, how y'all doing? What's up? It's holiday week. It's Thanksgiving week. So hope you all, if you all able to, spend with your loved ones, cook or relax and chill out. Whether you have a big one this year or not, hey, it is what it is. I myself go to my own house, and then I go to my mom house for Thanksgiving, and then I'll make my own mini Thanksgiving here in my own house just because I have some food. So I want to be at the ways like just that, and then that's I have no other food for the rest of the days because gotta work and everything. But this week, when I go back to work next week, I have some food. So yeah, so what y'all Thanksgiving meals? They gonna make it? Y'all making? Y'all cooking? Or y'all not cooking this year? Y'all going somewhere else? Hold up. Hey, shine bright like a diamond. You're beautiful like diamond in the sky. I know it's another Sunday. You know what? It's bringing very nostalgia of doing Sunday because doing a live today. Because normally in the past, when Auntie Mo was there, she would always do a live. I used to do my lives like around 3 or 4 o'clock, like 4 o'clock, and then she does her live like later on. So that would always be my Friday after my first day of the weekend. I usually be off Sunday, Mondays, and we do it. So it brings nostalgia. So I said, let me do this and then see if I get people come on and chat with me and chill with me. If not, replay game. Appreciate you. Make sure you hit the like button. Replay and tell me your thoughts down below. And if it depends on the viewership, I could re-upload this and add this as a premiere so we would watch it together later on this week. Depends on the numbers, because I know Thanksgiving and whatnot. So I got a couple of things I want to talk about today. I have some things I want to talk about Monica and Brandy's concert experience. I want to talk about my channel updates. I want to do some other random social media topics that I haven't been doing for a while. Usually I'll be doing social corner and Mizzle Talks. Mizzle Talks is mainly the show reviews, the movie reviews, and whatnot, stuff like that. And then Mr. Social Corner is usually the miscellaneous stuff, which is the Six Brown Chicks, the social celebrity gossip, other kind of news. So that's what Social Corner is mostly for. So give some people the chance to come in. Let's do my channel update. So y'all know it's getting close to the end of the year. I always do an end of the year live in December, so that will still be on board. I will still do that at the end of the year. That will be the last live of the year. Last live of the year. And I will do that in my next vacation week, which is Christmas week. I will do it that week. And that's that. That will be the last live of the year. And then we resume again for next year. Now the last live is usually like a recap of everything for the year, what my goals for next year, what I plan to do for my channel, what I'm hoping to reach for my channel, and continue on. I think this year has been a really well year for me and stuff like that when it comes to my job, my life, my health, family, and stuff like that. And my channel, it's still a small platform, but I still feel fulfilled. I still feel fulfilled interact with y'all and keep doing the videos. I know my crew is not around anymore like this as much, like Auntie Momo and them, but they all doing their thing, career-wise and stuff like that. And I'm here still holding it down. So, business still holding it down for y'all and giving entertainment and whatnot. And whether if I make it big status like Bondi or Forge Rocks like that, we'll see if I ever get there. But nonetheless, I'll just enjoy when I come in here. So yes, it will be end of the year live next month. recapping a lot of things. It might be some topics that I had not discussed throughout the year that y'all want me to have conversation about or get my opinions about. Y'all let me know my Discord. Follow my Discord, and the Discord link is down below in the description box. If you click on it, if it doesn't work, let me know. I'll send you the link, updated link. It should should work because it's an unlimited link. But if any topics y'all want to discuss that I have not talked about or you want my opinion on, hit me on Discord or follow my social media links, which is Instagram or Twitter, and tell me the topics, and I will write it down and I will get my input on that for the end of the year live. Because usually I do like a generic viewpoints of things I have not talked about and I skipped over. And usually when it gets close to the end of the year, a lot of stuff happens. A lot of stuff just blow up the internet, and then we get a lot of things to discuss. So we do that. So stay tuned for that. That's usually around the Christmas week, which is December. Let me see. Like I said, the week of the 21st. That week. That would be the end of the year live. Another thing on my channel, which is show reviews. So, Married to Medicine is coming up. So, I will review Married to Medicine. Hopefully it's a good season. We'll see. And I have to finish Married to First Sight. I got to watch it and finish it. I don't know. Depends how I feel. If it looks boring and the rest of the episodes doesn't give, I won't review it. But I think I want to keep at it. So I got to catch up and get your input, get my feedback of the couples. All's Fair. I decided not to review All's Fair. I just wanted to watch it and just enjoy it on my own. Reasonable Doubt, I can talk about that a little bit if y'all want me to talk about it on this live. And Bell Collective, I didn't realize it was only 8 episodes this season. They only gave you 7 episodes, and the reunion was the 8th episode. What kind of bull crap is that? Why the season was so freaking short? Which Bell Collective is kind of like one of his hidden gem and really good show. Like if you pour into that show like you pour into Love and Marriage Huntsville, it would do well. But I don't know why it's only 7 episodes. And then reunion, I watch a reunion and I give you a review on that. So stay tuned for that. Bell Collective, Married at First Sight, Married to Medicine. Those reviews will continue on. And any other shows that's coming out in the future that you want me to talk about, you think I'm gonna be interested in, and you want my input, let me know. Hit me up, and I'll check it out and see if I want to review on that. Oh, Inyala's coming out with she coming back on OWN. It's not gonna be Fix My Life. It's gonna be Hidden Truth or Hidden Fix and Inside Fix. And I want to know what it's about. Like, what's she gonna do? She gonna talk about like struggles and battles and how we can heal, and whatnot. She still gonna help families or whatnot. So I usually review Fix My Life on OWN. And to be honest, besides the catfish videos that's being watched every now and then, Inyala Fix My Life did have garnish me a lot of views as well when I was viewing it. So I'm looking forward to more of those as that. And also the book review and book audio and read along. I have been talk about that in Discord. I know people looking forward to it. And I just had been trying to figure out what day I want to do it. Every day I know a lot of people did not give me feedback or what days they want to have it done. I know some people said some people say the weekend. So, and I work both Saturdays and Sundays. So it's kind of hard for me to come out days off on Thursday and Friday. So what I'm going to do, I think I might hold on to Sunday because Sunday usually be a good day for people to come in. So I would do my review probably before I go to work, probably like 11 to 1. And I would do like a book read along or audio along. That means we listen to a book. We do like 1 or 2 chapters a week, depends how long the chapters are. And have little discussions, little reactions to what is being said and talk about it. And we continue on the weekly basis. And let's garner some reviews on that. So I know that's one of my other viewpoints because I like to read a lot too. So I wanted to share that with y'all instead of just doing over shows. Because to be honest, a lot of shows is not really all that hitting for me. There's a lot of shows I stopped watching for a while. Love hip hop. A lot of yes, the Housewives is not giving up too much. I'm not watching Potomac. The Atlanta Housewives waiting for that to come back and whatnot. So a lot of shows is not really giving me what I want unless some other scripted shows that's going on. So yes, I will do a book long. I have the first book in mind already, and when I'm ready to do it, I'll probably announce that in the end of the year live the book, so you have to be able to get the book and you can start reading it ahead of time if y'all want to. We can start having discussions and whatnot. It was shout out to one of my Mizzies that gave me the book. So it'll probably be an audio. It's an audio. I have it an audio, so we'll listen to it instead of me reading to you all the time. And they're also Kindle books that we could do as well. So once we finish this one, then we go on to the next book. And that's that. So updates, shows is coming out. Gotta do Married First Sight. We'll finish that up. Married to Medicine, Bell Collective, and that's that. And then do the end of the year live, and it should be set. And the book alone, I think I'll start the book review a book along starting next year, starting in January. That way, give people a chance, give people time. I could get things together. I could get the banner together. I could get the book, promote it, let people know about it, see build excitement. All right. Where do people at? I'm talking to myself. And I'm trying to do more shorts, quick, short reaction or recap conversation. I did the one with I did a recent short about the Wendy and Eddie situation. So I might do that sometime when I don't want to do a full recorded video and live. I probably could do a little bit more shorts to gain more viewership on my channel. Hold me to it, things subject to change because based on the feel how things go in a year, things might change up. I'm trying to also not do too many lives. Lives is easier for me. I can just get on here, talk, and be out of it. But I do know sometimes I do these pre-recorded videos as well to garner some more viewerships. So I might do a little bit of combination based on the shows that are being shown, the ones that I really could talk about. I'll talk about it live, and the ones I could just do a quick review, recap on it, and just post it, upload it as a recap. All right, so let's get into the Monica and Brandy concert experience. I know people want to listen to it and hear what I have to say. So this past Thursday, November 20th, we went to Barclays Center and we saw Monica and Brandy. Now, when I say we, I went to one of our Mizzies and the fair member, and we went together. We joined them together to the concert. Is at Barclays Center. She had they had a couple of acts. I mean, getting in there it was very quick. I mean, we got there. The show should start around 8. They said 8, and the doors open around 7. I think the show started around by 8:45. Well, not really. Monica and Brandy came out by 9:45, basically. But they had opening acts before they came out. They had 3 opening acts before they came out and did their performances and their concert. Which one of the guys, I don't even know his guy name. If y'all seen it, y'all let me know his name. But the other 2 was Money Long and Kelly Rowland. Now the guy didn't sound so bad. He didn't sound bad. He sounded really nice. He sung his songs and whatnot. And stuff like that. Then Money Long came and she did her little thing. She sang her little song, the Lulu. I waited for hours and hours, and then also I was waiting for the song "Made for Me." So she sung those 2 songs definitely, and she had her little dances and everything, and it was nice. It was nice. It's like that. But Kelly Rowland, she gave us production. Kelly Rowland, I love Kelly Rowland. She was part of 1/3. She's one part of 1/3 of the group of Destiny Child. Destiny Child is my favorite all-time group of all time, and she did her thing. She started over motivations. Like, I don't remember all the songs that people sung. So if you want to ask me, you gotta ask me later on. Maybe when I go on my phone, I can check the songs that she recorded, and she put it. I can put the list down in Discord or the song. But I know she started with motivation. She did that, and she had a nice little outfit on too. She had like a black like top and bottom thing. I think she had also leggings and stuff like that. But she had a nice outfit. She started with motivation. Then she did Kissing Down Low. Then she also did other songs that we know, like this. Told y'all I was gonna bump like this. She did that later on, and then she also incorporated some of her Destiny Child songs. One version like Cater to You, and she did Independent Woman, and she did a little bit of Bootylicious interlude, and Say My Name. Ding, 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 ding. And then she sung other songs too. So I was like, wow, go ahead, Kelly Rowland. I thought she was gonna do some Commander and some other songs that I like too, but she didn't do that. She did mostly with her ballad, her little slow ballads like Coffee, the Motivation, Kiss Down Low, and then she did some other ones as well. She also did Dilemma, Oh, love you, and I need you, Kelly, I love you, I do. So she did all that and whatnot. And she made her words cater to you. So, hey, CM Boo, what's going on? I'm on vacation. We outside. We outside. Child. We used to do lives on Sundays. I miss that days, because that was like where live people could come through. But yes, so Kelly Rowland did her thing. She performed. She really gave it production. Oh, hey, Auntie, what's up? The concert was good. I'm about to talk about right now. I know, we outside. The concert was good. So I'm going to talk about nuances about it. So I'm going to talk about it right now. So Kelly Rowland did her thing. She performed really nice. She imagery. She had a little visuals, gave a little visuals. And she sung her songs. She really sung. The mic was on. I said, go ahead, Kelly, because she said she already did for a while. For to fix this now to get ready for bed. I know that's right. So she did a couple of songs and she did well. All right. So after Kelly Rowland did, so it was about like around 9:45. Then Monica and Brandy came, and they did that. They had a little intro. I love when they give her visuals to enhance the experience of the concert. So she gave little visuals when they coming in, strutting down with they all outfit on, white boots, stomping in the little floor in a video, and then when the elevator and rise up and rise up on the stage, the elevator set, and it came out. Everybody was hype. They had a little outfit on, was black and white outfit on with their shades. They looked to the left, they looked to the right, they looked to the center, and whatnot. And the show opened off with "What About" by Brandy. Child, Brandy was given. Dun, 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 dun. I don't even work. What about all the things that you say? Like she started off the energy up there. Brandy, and let me say about Brandy. Brandy was singing her behind off. You could tell she's a vocal Bible, and she definitely lived up to her name because she was singing down, and she had also other hits that she could have sung too. She ain't sing everything, but majority of the ones that we did love that she sung, like for example, What About, Full Moon, He Is, Almost Does It Count. What other song she sung? Sitting on Top of the World, Sitting on Her Room. So it's a lot of songs she did perform that was like, oh my gosh, Brandy was singing down. Now Monica, don't get me wrong, Monica sang. But one thing I was disappointed about Monica, because I used to love Monica. She was usually one of my favorite singers back in the days when I was growing up. And she would sing, but she wasn't singing all her songs all the way. Sometimes artists don't sing their full songs. But Brandy, most of the songs, she was singing most of the things. She was singing the first verse, the second verse, and then the bridge, and then things like she was giving the production. And then Monica was singing our first verse, then most of the bridge, and then that's it. And then it seemed like she was mainly giving us one song that brings somebody out. That one song that brings somebody out. And at one point, I was getting annoyed. Don't get me wrong. Overall, the concert was great. I enjoyed it. But I was like, Brandy said she was merely singing her songs. It's only one person she brought out. I think she brought out Tyrese. I'll talk about that later. And that. But Monica's sections, most of the time, she would keep bringing people out, which I don't understand what the hell she was keep doing that for. I said, girl, sing your songs. We ain't here for that. So I forgot the beginning song of Monica did, but when she was singing, it seemed like I couldn't hear the words. She was like, it was like quiet, and then she sing. You hear the words. The quiet, they hear the words. I said, is she mumbling the words, or the mic was not on? I was going in and out, in and out. So she did that. She did a couple of her songs too. Don't Take It Personal. What was it? Like This, Like That. So Gone. Knock Knock. For You I Will. Some other Street Symphony and Angel of Mine. Some of the lot of hits. And she had other songs and hits that she could have sung too, but she didn't get to those. And that's that. So it was a part of the segment, right? So when they was going back and forth in the beginning, it was great. It was, What About Us? She did her song, they did their song, they did their song, is that. And then the next segment, they had like a Brandy segment, and Brandy did her segments with some of her songs. And then they had a Monica segment, and then she did her segment. But with the Monica segment, when she first did it, she did one song, and then she was saying about Atlanta. I'm from Atlanta to the South, and then Atlanta to Israel, and I gotta bring my girl out, Sierra. Now, that was a bright surprise. Now, granted, I love that it gave nostalgia of people who grown up in the 90s of some of these artists that they brought out. But I was like, it take away from your performance, Monica, by bringing these people out and you not giving them all your all like Brandy was giving all her all. It's like that. And don't get me wrong, Monica was singing. However, I just felt like she was showing herself by giving a little song and then bring somebody else. Just about Sierra did her song, 1 2 Step, and Oh, and Level Up, and all the other songs that she did. So she did a quick little segment of that, and it was hype. Sierra got her hype. Like, normally she was singing, mic was on, dancing, giving all the things. She ate Monica was bringing it out, and then Monica came back out. She sung one song again, and then she brought Fat Joe out, and he sung All the Way Up. All the way up. All the way up. I said, okay, that's cute. And then she came back out again, right? And then she brought this guy who just came out of jail, Max B. And to be honest, nobody knows the hell who he is. I don't know. I don't care, and I don't want to care. So what? I don't care. I don't really listen to rap like that anyway growing up. So if it was a rap game, I wouldn't even know who he is. But he came out. She said, give us a noise. Everybody was like, So I said, so he get out of jail. He proposed to this girlfriend because he needed a place to stay. And then he did this song, "If She's the Reason." And I'm saying, was that his song? Those of y'all who know Max B, that was his song? Because I know Destiny Child sampled that song. I don't know if Destiny Child sampled that song or that was Destiny Child's song or what. But I know Destiny Child is "She's the Reason." So that sounds similar. The beat, the words, that was similar. So I was like, I don't know. It was his song and they sampled the song and whatnot and they brought him out, whatever. But he sung that song, sounded horrible. Everybody was, I was saying like, so I was like, I had my section laughing because I said, what's up with this? Monica and Friends? What the hell is going on? And Monica and Friends, so like, if it's Monica and Brandy, when you say Monica and Brandy, Brandy and Monica and Friends, like, she kept bringing people out. I was like, okay, it was nice nostalgia, but gosh. I mean, so then it gave more. Brandy sung her song, she sung it down. And then Monica came out. And then I think one time, Brandy segment, and Brandy said her best friend, Tyrese, came out. And Tyrese came and he sung his one song, Sweet Lady. And he has a Roses thing, and everybody was like, "Oh my god!" Some good people in the section said, "Oh my god, Tyrese so fine!" I can't. I said, yeah, "Go ahead." So Tyrese like, it was like, mm-hmm. And he has a roses, his flowers in his hand. He said, "I want to see if I can bring a lady on stage." I said, "No, sing your songs." I had people in the model section laughing. I said, "Go ahead, sing your song. Nobody coming on stage." Chad, I got wasting my time waiting for you. We here for Monica Brand. We here for you to have your own little thing. So sing your songs. And he did Sweet Lady. And, people singing along and stuff like that. And that's that. Came out. They did a little thing. More and whatnot. And they get close to the end, Monica making fun because she, white shoes she had. She said she gonna retire the white shoes and whatnot. And had her laughing because I said, And that's it, they ended with they hits, they song, Boy's Mind. And that was that. Hold up, y'all. Let's see something. Yeah, the Boy's Mind, that's that. Like I said, overall, the concert was great. I just say I felt like it was good. I enjoyed it. I was able to get to see them sing live. I was able to see them perform live, and Brandy did not disappoint. Monica sung and her vocals was there, but I felt like she shortened her segments by keep bringing people out. And I would say, girl, I did not came here for TLVIS. Now, get me wrong, it gave us the people who grew up in the 90s some nostalgia. I was appreciate Sierra. Fat Joe did his okay. Oh, they also brought Fabulous out too. Fabulous came and he sung his So Into You. So Into You. That song. So I was like, oh, I say, y'all gonna keep bringing people out. But whatever. Nonetheless, like I said, the concert was good. And it was not. Would I go see them again? I probably would see Brandy again. I would see Monica like a Brandy. Monica would just be Monica. But they say like Monica was doing us a favor. And they move on. They had no beef. They was good. They enjoyed each other. And like I said, they came a long way. And I know they were so young in the back in the days when the media and everything tried to pit them against each other and had rivalry going on. And I maybe some tension was happening. But I'm glad that these ladies was adult enough and mature enough to set those differences aside for a while and just rehash things and move forward. And the love between each other, you can see it is there. And I'm glad. And they sold out Barclays. And I said, oh, yeah, I sold it out. I know that's right, y'all. And I said, yes. The lady was hyped because she said, oh my God, you tell us we sold out Barclays? I said, yes, they sold out. And it was cute. It was cute. So like that. Now they did tease that they're gonna have New Edition, Tony and Boyz II Men coming out in I think in March or whatever, or they go tour starting in March. I think it's in March. I think I might go see them because I know I'll be seeing New Edition like performances on YouTube and stuff like that, but I never see them live. And I like a lot. I like a lot of their songs. And Tony, I never see Tony live, so it would be great to see her live. And, Boyz II Men as well. So I grew up watching, listening to all of them. So it'll be great. I think I'll probably the next concert I will go to see. Other than that, that's it. They also have Boys to Bad Tour, whatever it is with B2K and Bad Boy. I'm not seeing that. It is what it is. Y'all go ahead and have that. All right, that was that. That was the concert. So like I said, overall, I enjoyed it. I recorded some segments. I was singing the songs and having nostalgia going on. So it was great. In the section where I was at, we was singing, we was vibing, we was laughs, and it was chill. I was told the people I didn't know their names who say, "Hey, how you doing? What's going on?" And it was good. So. And the glad was inside too. All right, so I got some random topics I want to discuss. And that's how I wanted to hope that people would come in and chat with me about some of these things. Because it's stuff been going on media, online, and whatnot. So some things will be political stuff, but some things will probably be like celebrity things. I think I might do celebrity stuff, and so we get these people who's already here chance to discuss and say what they have to say. So I guess Nene and Andy is in communication right now. They're talking back, they're texting with each other right now. And I said, good. I guess I can rehash what happened in the Bad Blood, what happened between those two, and come together. Now, I guess it was when it BravoCon coming out, I guess it was some questions to the producers or whoever of the show, whoever like that, saying that it's a possibility Nene could come back to the show. And they say, yes, she could come back to the show. Now, I know a lot of people love Nene. And don't get me wrong, Nene, it was great for what it was. But to be honest, that's tired of rehashing the old people. I'm sorry. I can't. I said it. Yes, I said it. I'm tired. No, I don't need to see her. Now, if Nene come back, the only way Nene works if she has an ensemble cast that'll work well with her, and she can feed off with them. Feed off. Like, she gave us great moments. Don't get me wrong. And you cannot take away from her moments that she gave us. But it just, at this point, I don't want to keep bringing the same people over and over again. Just start some fresh new faces, some people who can give us something and whatnot. However, I do want to see her come back for people to shut up about it. Every time a new season comes, every chance we get, we talk about RHOA. And they gonna come back, need to go come back, need this, need that, y'all gonna bring need that, need this, need that, need that, need this, need. I was like, oh my gosh, are y'all annoying as hell with this Nene going on? So, with them saying that she could come back to the show, I said, if y'all do next season, please bring her back. So people can shut the hell up about it. So people can shut up about it. Please, just bring her back. Don't say you can bring her back and then y'all don't bring her back. Well, it depends on negotiation anyway as well. So I don't know. They're gonna pay her what her worth, what she was before she left the show. So I don't know. Maybe gonna accept any downgrade of payments, but I think she will accept something if she want to come back to the show. Just like Dusty behind by Sheree saying that she was offered to come back again but she felt like they didn't want to pay her worth. I said, what is your worth, girl? Because I said, Sheree, you boring. Sheree was boring to me. She was whack. So I know we love the nostalgia of the old school people, the Sheree, and Nene, and the season they'll come back again. I know y'all love that. I know y'all love that. But please. Like last season on RHOA, it wasn't bad. Like Angela gave us that kind of like an old school type of housewife and also the new face. And she gave us what housewife used to be. A little bit of stand up for herself. She could read, go back and forth with you. She could spar with you. She bring some messiness going on. She wasn't afraid to challenge the ladies and stand up for herself. Angela gave us what it needs to be gave. Now, I hope she continue that streak as her sophomore year on the show and continue on that because Angela became a well-liked. Hell, people thought that people were going to really like Shamia, but Shamia became a very big disappointment. Very big disappointment. And it was like, I could have sworn that she said she was going to be on this season. But I guess things got changed because, now she got her new best BFF right now. So you just going to drop Peach Juice. It with Kelly now. Huh? So I said, oh. Now your new BFF is Kelly. So now I know they say it's a possibility that Kenya can come back too as well. But I was like, I don't know if I were Kenya, I said I wouldn't even come back. The way how to treat me, Just like with Nene, I said Nene has enough that she could continue on. Now, granted, yes, she did came back a lot of NBC shows and did a lot of things for NBC. So at some way, shape, or form, she has her foot back into the door halfway, but the back on the Atlanta Housewives, the one that we all know her from. We'll see. Like I said, it's a possibility, but I'd say if y'all gonna do it, don't say it and don't bring her back, please, because I don't want to see another thing about this Nene this, Nene that, and that. So she just wasn't the only person who made the show, y'all. It was an ensemble cast. But like I said, she had her moments. And I said, if she does come back, will she give us the same umph like she gave us when she was there before? And if she does, I want to see her more evolved, Dee. Like, not so much of how she was before. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. All right, let's move on to the next. This Wendy and this Eddie thing. Like I said, when it first new came out, I was like, wow, why y'all would do some stupidness like this? Like that investigation, they came up with the clues, they came up with evidence, the emails, this, that. They come and find out they got receipts saying that stuff was stolen and you already returned it. They have evidence of that, evidence of the email. Like they had a lot of things on y'all, and they could have find out we're gonna make a record entry. Now, recently, now the prosecutors coming out with saying that they had aliases names, like 40 different names to mask an identity. Eddie Hennessy, I said, or Pam Oliver. I said, what's that? Now they say they was using names for packages. Now sometimes I don't understand that people might do different names for packages or whatnot to conceal identity and everything. But I was like, okay. I mean, it's not just y'all because y'all high profile. People these days steal a lot of people packages. Child, they be stealing people around in our own neighborhood packages. Not around here, but other people's neighborhoods. So, it sucks that people are stealing packages. It's crazy. But I understand that for that. But I was like, if y'all was caught up for insurance fraud, right? If you could get away with just using packages, it's not far-fetched for you to use the same names into paperwork. into other things. They just hope that it's just the packages, and that's that. Now, one other thing I've been annoyed is that why are all these stuff coming out? Where's the trial? I know they had grand jury and they decided that they was guilty for some of the charges, and some of the charges were felony charges. But I was like, okay, but who was getting all this other information? Is it court docs? And they speak to someone? This outlets is putting it out there. That's what I'm saying with that second piece of information about the 40 aliases names, all that stuff like that. I had to wait and see about that to believe that. But I do believe about the insurance stuff that they probably did some things about that, and hopefully things works out. But I do believe they go get in trouble for some way, shape, or form, fashion. Now it's up to Eddie and Wendy to prove that, because she's saying that they did an illegal search and they did a proper protocol and stuff like that, but they came out saying they did do the proper protocol. They did with the proper networks. They did that. They also saying that they did not investigate the break-in and entry at 2 months later, and they haven't had any communications with the authorities until they got charged. I said, I don't know. Because I would say it's a lot of things weird. Because if y'all supposed to have ADT or whatever stuff like that in y'all homes and whatnot, especially when you get it breaking into it, those things shut up, alarms go off, and those people be at your house in 2.5 seconds. They don't play. ADT don't play. So if you had those security systems up in place, like, it would have been evidence of that. And I'm not so far up on Wendy behind, and I like her to believe that she could not do this. I said, I can't. You can't take it away from none of them. They all capable of doing this stuff. Especially when you literally live like the journalists is, and you think you got like that. Because I don't know. It sucks and weird. But I would say I need to stop releasing all this information until we really get to the nitty gritty and we get to this court case and we get the things and we get the more details as something that we can get tangible read. But all this stuff coming out of the social media outlets, I don't trust them that much because sometimes they can make lies up and whatnot and whatnot. So I believe something went down. I do believe they did do some fraud with the insurance in some capacity because sometimes these people do things like that and they can get away with it, especially living beyond your means. And that's just bring the perspective why they keep every time we get a new season, Wendy always have a new business adventure, which is fine to have multiple sources of income. But it's like, girl, what happened to your YouTube channel? That was a great thing. Is she still doing it? She got I think she resigned from Wesleyan. I was upset that she left a 10-year job at Johns Hopkins. I said, girl, you could have had tenure. Girl, you could have had tenure. Like, girl, I don't understand what's going on with Wendy. Like, and you know, Eddie doing his little side gig with the cannibalism, which is that's fine because at the end of the day, it is a lot of states is making it legal now to sell it, and I think it's not really a federal offense. They have, I think it's also a federal thing that made it legal to sell weed products because they realize there's money making in there. Now you can't sell large quantities of that, but they're not try to make it criminal to have it and use the products and stuff like that. I said, good, it's about time. Yeah, so I don't think so. You don't think so? Oh my gosh. I said, go have to see your stuff. So I was like, get on the show. Wendy is like a lot of us trying to figure herself out now after kids, husband, and life. Yes. And then it's also amplified by her being a reality TV show. Because I was like, girl, I know you started the 4 degrees and this and that. We was happy because we was like, oh my God, it's a representation. Oh, she was educated, stuff like that. But then she got hit with the reality TV bug. And I was like, girl, don't become a statistics. It's like that. And figure things out. I was like, so whatever happens, I just pretty hope that they don't have to serve too much long of a jail sentence. Maybe it's short, pay some fines, and call it a day, or whatnot, or at least get more concrete evidence about this, what's happening. Because I'll say it's annoying when y'all keep releasing information, and we're not really getting anything from that. And all we just gotta wait and game and whatnot. And also Wendy had been evasive about some of the questions and stuff like that once we asked about it. But I would say, girl, whatnot. No. Trouble times. And I hope her and Eddie not having legal marriage troubles, because it seemed like in the upcoming season, upcoming mid-season, they may have some little issues. But most couples will. I don't think they're gonna break up and nothing like that. So, but hopefully they get through this legal battle. And if I do get through it, and it's not too hefty, y'all better not do this again. At all. Cause they wait for us they wait for us. And that's the stuff. We don't want to get them something to talk about. They're ready to talk about us enough as it is. This girl, she thinks she all that because she got 4 degrees. She like to talk down on people. Maybe she might do something like that. But whatever. And people was waiting. See? I was like, oh, y'all waiting for a downfall? Now, I don't know about her with her G-neck. She want to be good with G-neck, and y'all good. It is what it is. I'll watch Potomac anymore, but go ahead, Wendy. Couldn't be me. But whatever. You want to be cordial, just be cordial. Just do what you got to do. I'll keep this briefly with this kid. So that's it with the way they did. So I was like, that whole recent news about the credit cards, the aliases, all that stuff like that. Do you have documents showing that they use their names on the insurance documents, and like that? I mean, otherwise, y'all prosecutors need to shut the hell up. And who y'all even talk to, y'all need to shut up and start. Keep y'all things to yourself until the trial comes. Whatever. Oh, y'all annoying us. Release all this information just so we can look. She ready to look herself look bad by doing this. Her husband. But the whole idiot system, I don't believe that. Like the packages, I understand that because some people do use the idiot system names. I like Candy and Todd. I'm gonna briefly talk about that because I have to say I don't believe it until they. I mean, they probably got discussed, and I know people saying People Magazine and whatnot. I didn't read the People Magazine article or nothing like that. They didn't know what she said or whatnot. And I know they posted on media, but a lot of these media posts like to one with scenarios and make us believe something, and it's not really true. So I want to happen. So I want to wait for at least Todd and Candy to say they is splitting. And maybe they did say it, but I didn't look at it. I didn't see it. But I mean, dude, I don't even take much stock on it. They've been there for at least a decade. They did what they do. It is what it is. Maybe it didn't work out. Maybe they say, you know what? We did our life. We got 2 children. We go be co-parented. We always gonna be connected for the rest of our lives. So I continue. And then yeah, the news could be false. I'm just saying. And then everybody said, oh, well, Mama Joyce is I said, I don't care about Mama Joyce. F her. Mama Joyce is Mama Joyce. So she was always like aggravated anyway. But I said, oh, she was right. He was all after money. I said, at the end of the day, when you get married, it's about y'all connecting to money. It is what it is. Because it's always transactional anyway. Yes, people marry for love. They got the love component, but also financial security is there. So if you have somebody who has money, yes, you there for the money in some case. Doesn't make it bad. You want somebody after your money, you protect yourself by having documents in place or don't get married. Especially women, don't try to get married quickly with these men because these men these days want to come after your money now, y'all. Because I know recently Offset, he declined the $10 million deal that she was offering him because he said, I built her career, I built her up. I deserve half. I said, boy, bye. See what they do? See what Dusties do? Now you deserve half. You did not made her. She was already there and popping. And maybe when y'all got together, it elevates y'all career status, but y'all didn't build each other like that. So they just stop playing. And to be honest, I don't even know who the Migos was like that anyway. To call to be the guy with y'all. So I don't know what the hell y'all talking about. What you talking about, Offset? It would be needing to have it on half. You would still be access to it if you didn't cheat. But whatever. She more than generous give you $10 million and you don't want that. You want half? Boy. I said you trying your luck because you know Cardi got this little good streak in court battles. It goes in her favor most of the time. So I don't know what to tell you, Offset. You better sit your behind down. Accept that $10 million. And I don't know if she put him on child support like that. I said, girl, I don't think she even cared for it. She said, listen, I can take care of his and myself. But yeah, say that the money, I said, listen, at the end of the day, it is tied to the money. And this supporter getting divorced, oh well, may she get all this reserves. That's what I'm saying. Like I said, I don't really care if they get stayed together or not. It is what it is. At least they made 10 years. Where have people gone? They feel like they ain't last that long. So, if it is true they getting divorced, hey, more power to you. But I want everybody to say like, oh, Mama Joyce, like he was only after her money. I said at the end of the day, when you mad with someone, it isn't about the money, especially when they got money. Like, come on. That's what marriage is. It's tied to your income together. So, that you protect that. So that's all that is whatever. They came together to celebrate their daughter's birthday. And that's that. I said, good. Yeah, she continue to live with that fun. I talk about the AI already. So, let me see if I can listen to. Put this here. So we listen to. Oh, hold up. I don't want to show the video. So it was a guy on social media. He spoke about an experience that he had with one of his friends, and he asking us, "Was he tripping or not?" I said, "If you had to ask us, were you sincere? Because what you need validation from us for? If you know that was the right thing to do, what you need validation from us? Boy, bye. Such a man, huh?" Oh, bear with me. I got it. I just got to find it. Here we go.
I just lost one of my really, really good friends over a female. Now, if I'm bugging out, I want y'all to tell me that I'm bugging out. So this is what happened, right? I'm at his crib. We watching the sports highlights. We burning, we chilling, we talking shit. You know, we doing what men do, right? Having conversations and all of that. After about, let's say, 45 minutes or so, his peoples come home, right? Now, before they come home, one of these conversations we were having was about like our families, like how your family doing, how everybody going, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. When I asked him, he was like, yo, he said his girl was pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, I want you to keep in mind that dude is 38 years old. You know what I'm saying? He's 38 years old. So he was like, you know, his girl was pregnant, so on and so forth, right? So I'm like, you know, congratulations and all of that, everything is all good or whatever. And we go back to having our conversation. So back to like his people's coming home. Now, when his people's come home, it's the mom and the daughter. I noticed that when they come in the house, the daughter is pregnant. The daughter is 17 years old. Now, I didn't think nothing of it. I'm like, maybe the mom's is pregnant, but she's just not showing yet or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the daughter got something else going on. I'm not thinking that this is the dude, right? So when they come in the house, the girl says, "Ben, you know, so on, and say whatever she said, you know what I mean?" And he responded. And I'm like, yo, that's your baby mom's? And he like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like comfortably. Now, mind you, this is this girl's mother's house. So he's living in the house with the girl and her mom. Like they're living with her mom. You know what I'm saying? I'm finding all of this out in the moment. And I got a daughter. My daughter's 18 years old, family. You know what I'm saying? My daughter just turned 18 years old. So I think about shit like that. And I'm like, bro, like she's 17 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like I said that. Like, yo, she's 17 years old. And he like, so? I'm like, yo, hey man, like it just went bad. Let me just say that. It went bad. The conversation went bad from there, you know what I'm saying? Like it turned up to the point to where like, you know, we almost had to go outside and duff it out. But I just wound up getting up and breaking out, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I couldn't sit there and like that shit is crazy to me. Like this, that shit is weird, bro. Like that shit is weird. I don't care how you look at it. I don't care what you. That shit is weird. You know what I'm saying? If I'm bugging out, then y'all just tell me I'm bugging out. Whatever. But I just couldn't do that shit. So I'm going home.
So you have right moral sense to know that was wrong. A 38 years old pregnated a 17-year-old child, because it's still a child, no matter what state it is that is illegal sense of consent. It's still a child nonetheless. And what the hell are you doing with a 17-year-old in the first place and get her pregnant? You had a moral sense to know that was wrong. But that you coming on TikTok acting as if you bugging or not. So you want validation? What? Because we do know sometimes men like to cover each other men up and let them slide or stuff like that they know they're supposed to ain't doing. So you had the right sense to call your friend out, but then you want to access it. All you doing that you did the right thing. You know, those your good friend. And then people in the conversation, oh, we need to protect this man at all costs. I was like, what? He did a man better. He supposed to do that. He supposed to check his friend up. But most guys don't do that. They would keep it quiet. Move on their business. Act like they blind to it. Know what they doing wrong. So you feel like your friendship is more than your dignity, then oh well, she just kept quiet. But now, if you did the right thing, you know you did the right thing. You don't need to access. So are you was sincere? Were you sincere? Or you really gonna cut it off with the friend? Because your moral compass is there, and you sincere, ain't no even access. You said I said this, and that's what it is. Point blank, period. But if I'm tripping, I'm tripping. No. You asking that negate what you kind of your action did. You tripping or nothing. Do you think you're tripping? He 38 years old. What the fuck you staying in the mom house anyway, in the first place? And you act like it was like there's no problem. Oh, nonchalant. Oh, yeah, and nope. Some people think that's cute. Not cute at all. Not cute. So, if you're a man, if you know your man is doing wrong, you check him. Stand in your freaking conviction. Don't falter, and you don't need validation from others to know that you did the right thing. If you question it, that means you don't feel like you did it all right. You just want to see there's people to tell you you did the right thing. No, if you know that what it is, what it is. Exactly. Exactly. So I hope he stopped talking to that friend for good. Because the friend act like he didn't care. He seemed like he was a bum anyway, staying that freaking amount of house. You 38 years old. And you gonna get up, you should have your own place. But nonetheless, you shouldn't even get to that point to even interact with a freaking 17 years old like that. What is wrong with you? What kind of developmental delayed mindset he got that he feel like is attractive messing with a freaking? I can't understand people like that. I can't. It is ridiculous. I can't understand people like that. And no, he don't need no cookies and flowers to stand up for the right thing. If you stand up for the right thing, you stand up for the right thing. You don't need no validation or cookies and flowers if you know what you did it was right. You don't need to question it. All right, next couple of topics leads into some political stuff. Let's go to the SNAP stuff. And that's a whole point of contention when this shutdown was happening. Let's add the stage. So SNAP is supplemental nutrition assisted program. It helps family with set down as an income. If you make a certain threshold or make less of a certain threshold that they cut off, you could get SNAP to supplement to help you with things because usually your own income is not enough to afford the rent, the life of living, and food. So you get SNAP. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's a government assisted program and it helps put food in the table that people who needs it. And doesn't mean they're all lazy, doesn't mean they're all bum, like all the stuff that the government try to make people feel like. It doesn't mean that our kind is the main one who's using it. All that typical stuff they're trying to put out there in the media to fuel the hate is stupid. And then when you people who are not educated believe it, it just soak it all up. Just soak it all up. You can tell. You can look at the comment sections. And we're going to talk about the government shutdown in a minute. But I'm going to talk about some of the changes they're trying to make with the SNAP benefit. So at one point, they were saying that they found that this administration is horrible. This administration is stupid. It's weird. They're whack. And I'm glad that people seeing who they are and what they are. People were blinded. But whatever. Now they're upset, disappointed. I said, oh, well, thank y'all for that. So SNAP you always have to apply for it. You just can't just get it, You gotta apply it online or whatever your state guidelines are for getting these SNAP benefits. You got to apply. Usually you do it online because it's faster, it's quick to do that, and people will look at it instead of coming to the office all the time and whatnot. Because usually at one point you have to go to the office and you be standing in this long ass lines, waiting to be called. They got all these documents. You can do all that online now. You go online, apply the upload the documents and whatnot, and they give you the decision based on that. So you have to keep coming in the office. And if you want to do an office in person, then that's on you. But so most states, every state has like a guidelines how to apply for it. You can apply for it based on your income and whatnot. If you make too much, you can't get it. If you make if you got children also plays a factor involved with your income as well, because usually if he does make some money and you got children, they usually will give you SNAP, but it's also still depends on your income. But even if you don't have a couple of children, you can still not be on SNAP based on your income that you bring it in. So, and the more you have, the more likely you probably get it. However, and also you have a disability, you usually always get it. And children under a certain age usually only get it. Pregnant women under age, so pregnant women usually get it, and whatnot. So they're trying to make some changes. I was on SNAP before, but I can't. I make too much now. They cut me off. I tell you the story I had. At one point, I was getting $200 a SNAP, $200 a month, and I was working. So I was helping me out and doing great. And then at some point, when I started working at the security on the doorman in the other building, they reduced me to $15. $15 a month. I said, what can I do with $15? 215. Y'all could have kept that. I still was using it, but still. But still, 15. Then they say, you don't make too much. You don't qualify anymore. So I haven't been on SNAP for a while. My mother still got it, but haven't on SNAP. But it's not a lazy program like people consider, but it's a program that's helped others who can't afford it, or the income doesn't provide enough for them to sustain on their own without the program benefits. That's what the government assisted program. So what they make changes for, they said most adults between 18 and 64 who do not live with a child under 14 will now have to complete at least 80 hours of qualifying activity each month. What is the 8 hour? What's the 80 hours qualified activity? Your work experience? Because if you do that, are you doing it? If you are you saying they will be accepted, but they also have to do the work experience to qualify for the SNAP benefits after you ran through the income? Because ain't no sense doing that if you already working and you making enough and you can't get on the program because you may get cut off. So if you under the threshold, you made the income qualification to get it, but in order for you to have it, you still got to work. But then when you work, you make too much, they cut you off. See, that's kind of like a loophole. So it's like, okay, so what is it? And if you do offer this, which I doubt they will do you have already listings in the states or whatever states you in, and you already have listings of stuff that people can apply for to work? Then they could automatically get it instead of having to go through loops and bounds and hoops and statuses and all this extra stuff just trying to get the work requirement or whatever qualifying requirement it is for 80 hours a month. And how people go track this stuff too? And what's your method of measurements, a record of the people completing their work requirement. And what method you know they're going to succeed in it. You have to have, I feel like the only way you can make that work if you have a system that's already connected to Snap, that they could verify your hours in the program. Let me know, y'all. Let me know your thoughts. This one interactive thing, cause I look at these things like that, and even though I don't talk about it as much, I do keep up on these things because I always be intrigued about how things runs and how things goes. These fools are nuts. Exactly. Feed the folks. Got to do all this loops and bounds just to get the food. Was it great? Was it perfect? No. It could fix it up, tear it out, weed out the people who are abusing the system. And to be honest, y'all talk about us. First of all, the people who are majority leaders, majority of people who are taking a snap, are the freaking loosely papered people, the mayonnaise people. So those are the ones who taking on the system. But what you always make it seem like it's a black and Latinos kind of shit, huh? So I would say, so all the way you could measure this if you have programs that's already situated with Snap and they can verify the hours, because it's not one thing you have to verify income. Yeah, if you have to pay for wars and bailouts, feed people. Exactly, feed them. And you know it's crazy. United States is one of the countries don't feel like food is a basic human need. That's why it was easy for the country to just starve people. There was a vote. You know, I got that from ministers and people like that who's like that. But if you look at it, yes, you can search these things and realize that the United States allegedly is one of the states that feel like food is not a basic need. It's not a necessity, which it is a necessity. You have to supply. But yeah, if you want to get money out for all this extra stuff, but you don't want to get money, put money into the people to feed people, it was stupid. So I would say, making all these changes for Snap, for what? It's already difficult as it is trying to keep up with people. Be certified every almost every year or every 2 years, based on how long your recertification is. And then on top of that, you got to keep track of the work requirement, whatever the requirement is. Good luck to y'all about that. Now, they say you will not have to meet the 80 hours rule if you are pregnant, younger than 18 or older, younger than 18 or older than 64, living with a child under 14, or certified as unable to work, basic disability. If you're on disability. Exactly. I agree. You had the money, but you sent it to someone else that don't need it. But you claim you don't have it for us. Boy, bye. They can afford it. They just thinking throw our money out to every other places. To our own. But yeah, where the great again coming from? I see not the great happening. Well, I don't think I would believe him in the first place. Never did. They didn't vote for him. But still, now people realize, oh, he ain't making America great again. And I said, what you thought he was? Go his policy, they make it was shit. So now he was taking away the rights instead of giving away and helping the people. The law removes other exemptions for homeless individuals, veterans, and young adults who age out of foster care at age 24 or younger. You remove exemptions other people getting these stuff. You whack. So law removes exemptions for homeless people, veterans, and young adults with age out of foster care at age 24 and younger. So remove those exemptions? That's stupid. The USDA plans to require all SNAP recipients to reapply for benefits, even though regular release certification is already part of how the program operates. People already reapply. So I don't know why you asking everybody to reapply when some people already did their recertification recently. My mom was one of them. She had to recertify to like 2028. So what the hell are you talking about? So get the hell out of here. All that. Force people to reapply. And you want to start in December? I look more into this. Many SNAP participants work in unstable, low-paid jobs that have unpredictable hours and no benefits such as paid sick leave. The volatility of these jobs means that workers are more frequently unemployed and may struggle to consistently document 20 hours per week of work, increases the risk that they are cut off SNAP by the 3-month time limit. It's crazy. It's crazy. Come on, people don't really have legit good paying jobs to qualify for these work requirements. So that's what I say, if you're going to have that, or you're going to have jobs already available for the people who could get into it, and you don't have to go through hoops and bounds of interview and shit like that. Put them into places. SNAP work requirement. If this is going to make a thing. I don't feel like it should be a work requirement because it's already based on income anyway. But if you're going to do that, you got to make sure people going to be able to get it and not F them over if they can't even comply, or work jobs can't comply, or getting people documentation to this figure. Like that, the system seems so stupid. I don't know what the hell they're gonna try to do. How they're gonna try to implement this. And they also want people to reapply because they found that a lot of people fraud the system, and also a lot of deceased people. I said, well, if you find out that people deceased, tell the people who deceased accounts to verify or whatnot and cut the counts. You have to have everybody else suffer because of, okay, like what? How you gonna prove that? Y'all find out if y'all find out the person's deceased, check the account, flag the account, and see a legit way to verify. Government shutdown. People on my Discord already know some of my input and my opinions about it. But let me tell y'all this here. Because at the end of the day, it does affect us all and whatnot. And we all went through this experience, and it's crazy. And also another thing with what health insurance, I'm gonna talk about that too. We know in history, shutdowns happen when things need to be passed or whatnot, and it's an impasse in the House and Senate, in the House or whatever. Other Senate usually, and then it goes to House, and then the freaking President signs. So Senate, then they have an impasse of the bill, whatever they want to pass, and so it's government shut down. The two longest so far in history was been based on this under this freaking Orange Man administration. That's a fact. You can look it up. I ain't making it up. The two longest so far was under his administration. So for this one, you shut down right before the holidays happened. People needed food in the holiday. That was so freaking effed up thing for y'all to do. Well, y'all could go on vacations and have a good ass time, especially your pockets, but the everyday working people are struggling. Some of them was like upset that they couldn't have their Thanksgiving. They cannot think. Some of them were like, so you know what? If I can't have Thanksgiving, I ain't spending shit. It has been decreased in figure fast food restaurants because people couldn't work, this, that. It was a lot of things happening. The government shut down. The problem with the shutdown is when it ended it, they said, oh, people were mad. We shutting it down. When people was happy, should be. I said, it's not the fact that we unhappy that it's shutting down and it's ended. The problem is the point of y'all shutting down was because of the health bill, the health care, Affordable Care Act, and the subsidies that get to help lower the premiums that people pay for insurance. Good thing I'm in a union job, so it go through that. So it's not really too much effective. Maybe I gotta still find out more because I always are curious about how things run in the insurance company. So I gotta ask my union rep about that. However, it's insurance. The people in the far right already said they was not gonna try to extend it. Y'all, the people in the far left, Democrats, trying to stand in there and fight. Especially when this country had a big wave of shifting of elected people that could make a change in the country recently. When we talk about New York City, Madani, I'm gonna talk about him in a minute. His democratic socialism ideas, and other people first female governor, other people who made history in other states. People are saying they want a change. This capitalist system is not really working. It's getting worse and worse each year. It's getting worse. Nobody say you got to do away with the capitalism, but you have to have something else that put in place. You can't not hold these rich people responsible to pay out more to help the state and help people and balance it out so working people could have a substantial living so they could survive. So when you shut down the government, you floor people who were struggling. Don't get away with things. And the end of the shutdown without any deal in place with the health insurance. Now, one thing we was getting that snapback. So people was getting that back. The states and the court system is saying, no, you got to feed the people. That's one thing. But that is not going to do anything good if we cannot afford health insurance. Could be impossible. Now we got to choose whether we go want health insurance or not. So people pay like 200. Let's say somebody's paying 200 right now. If they don't pass this or whatever, it's skyrocket to like at least 400 or 500 for a single person. And if you got a family of four or something like that, that could be double or whatever. It's like, what is y'all doing? Double or triple time the rate that you're paying now. We can afford that. Minimum wage is not going up with a lot of states. A lot of states not even implementing that minimum wage, $15 minimum wage yet. Some are still paying under that. Y'all don't want to increase the pay rates, but everything else is going up. So people was upset. You end the shutdown and you had no deal. Like I said, we're the backbone. You make us suffer for all this damn ass time for a promise of a vote. Running a profits, but a lot of these profit officers are off insurance in office. Yeah. Yeah. For a promise of a vote, when you know they're going to vote no anyway. So you have people suffer because you can't keep holding on. People was like, you know what? Yeah. We want to shut down the end. But where's your fucking backbones? Get something out of it. You're always faltering. To the point, it comes to me, and I was like, you know what? I'm starting to like none of the sides. Yes, I'm part of one affiliation of the party. I vote when I vote Democratic, but I'm starting to feel like I don't care for none of your sides because y'all both are stupid. Yes, I said it. That's why I'm eager and I want to see how these new progressive leaders is trying to make changes in these states to make it better for the working people and not for the rich, because that's what's only benefiting the rich. But yet you got this administration want to cut programs, changing left to right, going back to the old state. Exactly. People wanted to hold out, at least for the health insurance. But yes, it's not just that. It wasn't just that. It was the health insurance that people that was the whole shutdown thing. It's like if you make it go through all that for you to just falter like that and not get no promises. Because we can't afford nothing. Anyway. And that's what it was. That's another thing. Yeah, you're right. They would control everything. So I was like, I don't understand how y'all thought they was gonna give you the promise when you part of the shutdown. You gotta have a legit third parties that folks want to do work and not be bought out. Exactly. Or fight. Or not take a payout, like you said. Or fight. That's what we wanted to do y'all to do. That's what we wanted y'all to do. If y'all gonna make us suffer for the shutdown, y'all should have something fighting it and give us some deal at the end of it. All the changes happening, and now people can't afford insurance. And then it's crazy. We all know the ACA was it. It's on record now. They can't lie about it. Exactly. Oh, let me take this off. Yeah. Yeah, people can't afford things. So that's why it was kind of is weird. And we do know that's not the only thing. It's income. People can't afford things. Housing thing is going up. The tariffs is fucking up and raising the prices. The inflation is going up. And you gotta act like the tariff didn't affect it. I say that because you propose tariff, it raised the prices up. But you're not raising nothing else up for us. And like I said, that's what I'm saying. Because they have the majority control, that's what Democrats say. Why the hell y'all gonna believe them, even though they have the most control? You know damn well, and they come no alternative to the healthcare. We all know it wasn't a perfect thing, but at least gave some relief. Y'all just could tweak it because it had his name on it. Y'all want to do it with no plans, but his plans is he want to give people the money directly so they can negotiate their own health insurance. I said we couldn't get over the figures. These figure private insurance companies was stealing from us anyway. How the hell we gonna negotiate for them? A lot of us don't even know the ins and outs. How you gonna expect us to negotiate? Right? How you expect us to negotiate? Stop funding the figure private insurance companies and work for the benefits of the people. Because tell you that now, if this don't pass, people gonna be suffering. Not only the rising cost of food, the health epidemic, and now health insurance going up, skyrocket, and people gotta suffer. So like my job, I'm a union job, and I say, you know what? I said maybe I want to advance up. Let me see if I get at least a consultant, and then they don't advance up. Maybe go ACM, maybe a manager, and then I say, you know what? I don't think I can take that risk right now, because I pay everything on my own. I live by myself. My own rent, my student loans, cable bill. Even though I got some leeway when I do a lot of stuff, it's the annual fee, so it reduce the cost of monthly stuff. But everything on my own. So I said I can't afford to switch no jobs right now, and then I get to a job and I can't afford self insurance, and I'll be struggling. Even with the basic plans. I'm looking on Instagram and everything. People have basic plans, and that's how freaking that could skyrocket. It's crazy. I can't afford. So I say, people, y'all, if you have your job right now, don't try to, unless you know you secure. I don't think it's, unless you know what's happening, I don't think it's good as I think to either change or whatnot for now. Unless you got other things in plan to help you with your offset, because I don't know how this gonna go. They got to come up with something, because if this don't come through, a lot of Americans gonna be screwed the fuck over. Bad. That's crazy. It was ignorant. Exactly. And now people in their own party, Republican parties, is turning against each other. MTG, that girl, she want to quit. I said, oh, you was all riding hard. You was riding hard like a rodeo. And now he turned your ass, and then you didn't like his policies, so like that, he turned your ass in a freaking third degree. Because that's what he likes people to kiss his ass. You turn against him, he gonna turn against you in the quickness. He don't care how much affiliation you was with them. See, that's what you should be riding so hard. Especially your female. I said, girl, you're not protected class. So to say that protected class of the U.S. is men, heterosexuality, Christianity, and heterosexuality. Did I say that right? What I said? Hold up. Men, Christianity, heterosexuality. It was a four groups, but I forgot what the one was. Oh yeah, white, duh. Caucasian, basically. That was the four groups. Anything outside, you're not protected class. But now she realized she getting death threats and everything. I said, oh, well, you know, the guy, he was unhinged. So we gotta look up more than just big bill and see what else they're trying to do, because you know other programs getting cut and other things getting changed, other things getting done like that. It will pass the fucking bill. I was like, oh my gosh. Everybody's all frustrated. I said, well, y'all wanted this. And now his approval rating went down. I said, oh well. We told y'all. So Michelle Obama said, don't waste our time. Y'all not ready for no female president, and y'all not ready for it. Don't waste my time. Don't even lie to me. And I said, you know what? She's right. Y'all not ready. We had two qualified. What do you feel about them? They was qualified to run. That guy had no qualification to run anything. He was a businessman. He was a horrible one. That's that. And reality TV. But y'all let him win the presidency twice? Come on now. And both times against a woman. So y'all go ahead and say y'all ready for one, y'all ready for one, y'all wasn't ready for one. Y'all not. Y'all okay picking them for like mayor or governor, stuff like that, the local stuff. But y'all not ready for them to run the federal? Come on. Another thing that's crazy, dismantling the Department of Education. Now, y'all know I have a little education background. And we know Department of Education wasn't perfect. However, it was still set in place to at least protect every student, every child to get the services and stuff like that they needed in school to make it equality. Now you want to dismantle it for good, switch some departments to other places in the U.S. government, like the secondary education, the K-12 program, into the Department of Labor. Fuck is wrong with that? You want us to do what? School to work? Prepare for the workforce? Because that's all you care about, huh? Put money to the country, huh? Pay for the workforce. And that all else, also, you took away a lot of professions that were woman dominated or dominated, like nursing and physical therapy and counseling and all the other stuff as not professional degrees. So child, and then she got her running as a head of Department of Education. I said, what the hell is wrong with? And I just understand what the hell is wrong with people who voted for this guy. Pick all the stupid people. Exactly. No lick about education. But you want to dismantle it. So what happened with the IEP? What happened to all that other programs that was going on? What are you switching that to? State owns, give it to the states to done. Because if you dismantle the Department of Education, you lead it back to the states, basically. And some programs will be governed by other government programs, like the Department of Labor and some other ones. But I would say, listen, if y'all go was prepare students for workforce, like y'all try to go back to old age or the workforce is more important, I would say y'all need to have a guarantee. Once you finish high school or something like that, you get an automatic job. Fuck out of here. You want to dismantle something, give us something back, but y'all ain't doing that. You don't need to be college. Once you graduate high school, you have an automatic job. If that's your goal. Yep. Every last one who graduate, they will have a job set up for them. Now I'm not like, what the hell you gonna do? Yeah, they're cutting that because Jimmy can't compete with us. Yes, especially in the advanced classes that folks forget falls under IEP destination. Exactly. Cutting these programs, cutting their support. I say these nurses. I say you want you want to raise up freaking health insurance premiums, and you want to cut the nurse degree as a professional degree. Like what the fuck is that? Now why people want to go to school now for that anyway? To not get the fundings anymore because y'all feel like it's taking so much of loans, putting people in debt. If y'all that concerned, it's something else. And what you gonna do with this quality education? Because if you want to people to be sufficient in workforce, then you should have classes that teach every student about things like financial literacy, economics, like really make focus on that, life skills classes, other things. all type of learning our history and stuff like that. What about that? Now, New York City and Mamdani, our New York City mayor. Because y'all, I don't know, even though if you don't live in New York City, y'all see his name all over the place. Because people talk about him left and right, like he's a celebrity or something. Even other people's states know what's going on in New York City, in New York it is in the mayor election. And he winning. And he did a good job. Don't get me wrong, he did a good job. He had different ideas and progressive ideas. He's not ashamed and he's not afraid to stand up and fight for the people that he's working for. And I believe he could do a good job. Now, I also understand that he will have one fight of the battle. He gonna have one hell of a battle. Now, I think recently, Orange Man is smitten by Zoma Madani because before that met, he was talking trash this guy name left and right, calling him a communist, calling him all this kind of names, based on information that he got from the news and not even figure information that he researched on his own and realized that some of his policies was good policies. But no, you trash this man. And you know, Madani, he's a young, 34 years old. He's a millennial. I think he's a millennial. Yeah, he should be. And he like us. And we need some progressive ideas. Now, I have this clip that shows what socialism is. If people don't even understand what the hell socialism is. But he's a Democratic socialist. He's not a full-fledged socialist. But people still want to call him a communist, huh? And like I said, capitalism right now is not working well. Oh, yeah, if I got any more thoughts about the Department of Education, let me know. Because I might have missed something, because I can't get everything. Because if y'all know anything that they're planning to do with the department, but all I know, they get away with that whole thing. And it's crazy. It's like people so want to fear everybody, put bad information out there like it has not been working. These type of things have worked in other areas, in other countries. Hell, with some states right now are trying to at least implement some of the socialist ideas to make their states ones. And for New York to be one of the biggest capitalists economic country, a state in the country, to be struggling like that, a lot of people struggling because this capitalist system is not working right now. It's horrible. And everybody thinking that he's trying to get rid of it. I said, no, he is trying to incorporate capitalism, but also work for the benefit of other people. And that's what he wanted to do. So now let's just talk about what socialism is. And then I'll just talk about some of the policies, ideas he's doing and whatnot. And not only that, it's other states that's or getting other people who are like kind of like Madani and ideals and whatnot and trying to make change. That's why it's a big wave of hope that we have leaders that will fight for these things for their people. And we are tired of this freaking, these two policies that not doing a good job. They freaking a clown house. They are clowns right now, both sides. So the basic idea, people keep throwing the word around after Madani's win, but what does it actually mean? Socialism is about sharing power and resources more fairly so everyone has what they need, not just the rich. Meaning that part of one of the things is that the more you make, the more you pay in taxes. And that money you pay in taxes come back into the state and the system, and it flows and fund programs that could give the other classes a better chance to have survivability, which is childcare or food, nutrition, transportation, and stuff like that. So it works. It helps the economy. You probably get, it helps that, it helps the people working class, and they probably more likely to work. It brings more back to these companies, so they make a lot more money, and then you bring more. It's like cycle will happen. It works. And it's still a capitalist society, but also socialist ideas. But people make it seem like it could not go work at all. I said, give it a try. What's the hurt of trying? It may shock you. It's a state that's doing it right now. Let me hold up. Let me research it because I think it's Massachusetts or Maryland. One of those two states is doing that right now, where they tax the rich. The rich is paying more, and it brings more money to the state, and it's working well for now for the people. Yeah, Massachusetts. Massachusetts increases the state income tax. Not the state. It increased the tax of the rich at 4%. Madani only asked for 2%. He only asked for 2%. I think New York is a little bit, but they ain't doing a good job. Now, our government, Hochul, she is trying to block that. She didn't want to tax the rich, but she'll think about it a little bit. And now I don't know how it goes. When he becomes mayor in January, we'll see how the things work. I think they need to work at a plan. So that's what it's trying to do. Because it's like, listen, if you could at least do universal child care. Let's say that's the left. That's one of his things. He want to do universal child care. If you could do at least have that up to 5 and under, universal child care. If you could at least have that program, don't you think a lot of people would have been not have burden of finding child care and they would work more? If they could have adequate child care, when I have a worry about it, of income, of funds to support, pay for this, they have the child care, is available for them. They could get that service and they could go to work. And more people working in the economy brings more money to the state, to the city. And these corporations who have workers can make more. Get them more workforce. Well, whatever. I mean, his ideas is too far-fetched, y'all. Think, healthcare, housing. We already got some of this stuff anyway because it's free access to everybody, like parks, schools, like that. Those some ideas that are part of the socialist category, but whatever. Whoever can afford. Why exist? Back in the day, rich businesses owners made all the money while workers struggle. Socialism comes out of that fight. People want a system that put people over profit. The main goal, make sure everyone gets a fair shot in life. That means closing the gap between the rich and the poor and using public money to help more people, not just corporations. Simple version. Big things like hospitals, housing, or energy might be run by the community or the government. Taxes from the rich go towards services everyone can use. Regular people get more say in how the economy works. Socialism and capitalism, the quick compare. Capitalism, private companies runs most things. Private profit comes first, leads to a bigger wealth gap. And that's the issue right now. We're going through it. Yeah, we only got free stuff because black folks were doing it already. Yeah, it had to be us to make it known that it could work. Let's see what else. Oh, not that. And that's what is freaking plaguing a lot of states right now. The capitalist system is that the private companies are getting the money. The profits come first. These people rich are bleeding the money and leaving us struggling down here. When I say us, general public. So leaving bigger gaps. So we right now it put more in the limelight now because I think a current administration and a figure government, how it's running it, how it's showing us what is happening. Now we realize probably a lot of people are woke now and say, "Whoa, what the hell is going on? It's not working right now. It's not working. Something needs to be done." That's where we have that big shift of wave of new progressive leaders. And the shit is going up, food, health, stuff. Like, come on. And then our wage is not going up. Like, like, what are y'all doing? Versus socialism, the power for the people or the government want more things together. People come first, lead to smaller wealth gap. Now, wait, does socialism means no private property? No, you could still own your own house, your car, your businesses. Socialism mainly focuses on big industries and public goods, not personal stuff. Exactly, for public. Different flavors. There's no one type of socialism. There are different ones. There's social democracy, thinks Scandinavian countries, still capitalist, but with strong public services. Democratic socialism, that's what he is, like what Madani pushes, more equality and more power to everyday people. Why people support it? Because rent, healthcare, and college costs are out of control. It definitely are out of control. Definitely is. Definitely are. Supporters say socialism means using public money to make life livable for everyone. Why some people don't like it? Critics say it might slow businesses, raise taxes, or give too much power to the government. They believe free markets work better if they are left alone. Is it? Is it better? In real life, you already use a few socialist style things every day. Public schools, fire departments, public parks, those are shared services that everyone can access. So when Donnie talks socialism, he's not saying end capitalism. No, he's not saying that. He's saying let's make sure the system works for the people, not just for the billionaires. Exactly. And everybody say, oh, when things raise the tax, everybody go leave. Everybody go leave. I said, listen, a few might leave. Majority of not leaving, especially when they're making the money here. They're not leaving. And they do leave, they end up coming back. You know why? Because the money is here. So all that fear, everybody says, oh, they're going to leave, they're going to leave, they're going to leave. Yeah, some might will. But they realize the income is here. Or other wealthy areas. So it's crazy. Many people, the rich feel like millionaires, a lot of millionaires, okay paying more if it helps with the working class be functional. Then that means it brings back to their businesses. Like, people don't think that. Ooh, what's going on? What this could look like: free public transport, rent protections, affordable health care, taxing the rich more, stronger worker rights. The big question: should society keep letting markets decide everything, or should we make sure people come first? Social is about balance. It's not free everything, it's fair everything. That's why this new wave of leaders like Madani are trying to talk about. If people are voices being heard, it's not just New York. Other people's states is trying to hire people or getting people because they want this change. Now, he not only wanted to do he wanted to do free buses. A lot of people will say, "Oh, how he gonna do free buses?" The problem is, they said, "Oh, MTA is not gonna let free buses." I said, MTA could allow it if they're gonna get the funding. It takes funds to run the buses, right? It also takes funds to run programs for these buses. So if they want the free buses, if MTA go, if this is how much it costs, let's say if you take 100 million, I'm making a number. It's way more than that. They take 100 million to run these free buses. If they could raise this 100 million by the taxes and everything, and they could offset the cost, why not they won't do it? People are really going in for free anyway. You raise some of the freaking fares to $2.90, now it's going up to $3. People are still hopping. They made freaking new transits. Yeah, I know y'all saw that on TV. or whatever. Y'all saw that new trans. Some states got this new transit things to avoid fair hopping. And people still jumping over that. I said that y'all wasting your own damn money for that. Y'all wasting your money. Y'all wasting your money. People still hopping over the shit. In buses, people still go inside the buses. But y'all against free buses? Well, okay. Out of the three main things that he said, I think this is made to be the one that gonna have a hard time. It may not get passed. Just because people don't want to, because they would say, oh, it can't be free. Nothing's free. And like I said, the reason why we believe nothing is free is because we all told everything is for sale. That's a capitalist society. Everything is for sale. Everything is for sale. And not just by free, it's by fairly thing. And not these programs are free. It costs money to run these programs. So it's all about how to get the money. Now, granted, Madani had met with Orange Man and they had an agreement. He likes Madani. And he believed in his policies and he believed it will well. So hopefully the federal funding comes, as well as if he could work with Hoku to get at least the 2% and see how it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work out. But something had to give. And then just not only that, it had to be other things as well. Tackling the housing epidemic, like you said, in your state, housing is crazy. A lot of states' housing is ridiculous. It's not affordable. The income of people wages. A lot of people are still not paying people $15. And $15 is not enough. We need to raise up the minimum wage more. To 4 things. However, it could help out doing so if y'all tax the rich more and they could bring back more to the states. It could alleviate a lot of them things. He also wanted to do universal child care. He also wanted to freeze rent. Now people say, oh, he's not gonna freeze rent for rent stabilized people and others like that. I think I'm rent stabilized. And right now I can be managed my rent because it's being controlled a little bit by every year, but the board and they vote on the percentages every year when the group decreases. So I just got my renewal. I got to do the 2-year lease. I think right now it's 4.5% for 2 years, and that. But at some point, I was like, how much could it raise up when I realized I can't afford it anymore? Even though I got a good paying job, and we do get an increase every raise every year. But I was like, at one point, how can I afford it anymore? So at some point, if you can't freeze the rent, at least cap it at some point that I like for a studio apartment or for studio 1 bedrooms. At a certain point, Night Boo, I'm almost done here. I'm almost done. I'm talking and hackling. Almost done. I'm about to get over here. But Night Boo, at some point I said, studio or 1 bedroom. At a certain point, your rent could go up more than this. Like let's say $1,500. Once you make the $1,500 mark, that's it. And that can't go up anymore. You keep paying that $1,500 for the rest of your tenancy. With 2 bedrooms, I say $1,600, something like that, or whatever it is. How much it costs for 2 bedrooms rent stabilized. Now I do also have protection for people who's not rent stabilized. Because I know sometimes private landlords, they have leeway up to certain percentages how much they can raise the rent. Maybe probably reduce that kind of percentages down a little bit. But also work with the landlord. So it's like, it's also a lot of things got to be coming in conjunctions and working on everything. But if you do have extra funding for the rich putting in the country, the city, that can help alleviate a lot of things. That's all I'm saying. But I've been talking for 2 hours, y'all. Y'all let me know how y'all feel. I know it's a Sunday night. I enjoy. Just was I'm on vacation. I want to do something on the night because I know usually Sundays is a good night for people who want to come on lives and chill and relax and whatnot. We used to do it on this day, but please let me know your thoughts. If y'all listen replay game, if y'all say everything I say, I would love to hear y'all thoughts about everything that I discuss. About the politics, about the government shutdown, about the SNAP, about workforce, about socialism, about anything y'all want to discuss, about some of the celebrity topics to talk about. Hey, put it down. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all for sticking with me. The live for, I might do another live probably this Wednesday, maybe not. Talking about the Bell Collective and Married First Sight, if I catch up on the videos, right? But I appreciate y'all. If not, listen, have a great holidays. Have a great Thanksgiving. Hope you enjoy. Hope you'll be safe. But I'll be around, though. I'll be around. I got to do some shopping, more shopping tomorrow. I did some food shopping today, but I got to do some more tomorrow to get more stuff because I make my own little mini dinner as well as going out to eat to my family house. So I will have food, y'all. But I appreciate y'all for coming in and talking to me. I know I usually don't talk about politics stuff, but I said I had to talk about it. It was weight in my mind, and I want to discuss it, and I want to see y'all input. And appreciate CM for coming through and keeping me company. And everybody watching me in the bushes, appreciate y'all. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, let people know about me. And I'll talk to y'all later, right? Peace out. All right. See ya later.